Spiritual maturity is revealed in your reaction, not to your close friends. We know how you react to them, but to your enemies. We'll challenge you. When's the last time you prayed for someone that stood against you? When's the last time you went out of your way to speak to them in spite of the fact that you're not speaking? The pride that has to be swallowed if we're going to be right with God. I want to be godly in everything that I do. Matter of fact, I spent some time by myself after working on this. I mentioned this in early service that this sermon alone is changing the way I think. I needed it. Genuine faith does not deny sorrow. It sanctifies it. I learned in this the value of friendship, true friendship. I learned in this the treasure of being close to people that make me sharper spiritually. And that's who we all need to be around, people that make us sharper spiritually. We ought to be sharpening others, and they ought to be sharpening us. That's what true friendship ought to do. There's no question that David and Jonathan had that type of friendship. But when Saul dies, there is no celebration. There's just lamenting by David. So let me end by what we learned. What do we learn? I jokingly said this morning from the mind of Jeff, But I pondered it because I think you can tell I truly did get under conviction about my spirit against people that have stood against me. You don't know this, but there's people that watch our services every week to see if I say something off because of my presidency at Southeastern, and I say something to be off so they can send it to 100 people. So frustrating to live under that. But I need to change my attitude. I need to change my spirit. Because godly character is revealed in how you treat those who wrong you. I'm going to repeat that. Because godly character is revealed in how you treat those who wrong you. Most of the time we're tit for tat. You did this to me, I'm going to do that to you. We cannot be that way. We cannot be that way. That is not of God. Spiritual maturity is revealed in your reaction, not to your close friends. We know how you react to them, but to your enemies. We'll challenge you. When's the last time you prayed for someone that stood against you? When's the last time you went out of your way to speak to them in spite of the fact that you're not speaking? Oh, the pride that has to be swallowed if we're going to be right with God. Second thing I learned, I can't rejoice at someone else's failure and downfall. It's not of God. I cannot rejoice at someone else's failure and downfall. And in my mind and in my heart, sometimes when I see somebody that thinks differently than me, I have. Anybody like me? But that's not of God. That is not of God. I might not can change them, but I certainly cannot do anything more than do what I can to help pray for them. I love that David refused to celebrate Saul's demise. And then look, it's paving the way for him to be the next king. There's no question about that. He's not having to run for his life anymore. He has every reason to celebrate, but you do not see one page of celebration. Just lamentations. Number 3. Leave vindication and revenge in the hands of God. Boy, if there's one thing that we've seen over the last several weeks permeate the story of David and Saul, is it not this? Leave vindication and revenge in the hands of God. God's quite capable of dealing with it. I think we can grieve losses without losing perspective. I think we can choose grace over grudges in that regard. And then finally, and this one just pretty much sums it all up. Never forget that forgiveness will free your heart. David honored God's order. He respected Saul's position. When he got right with God, his attitude toward his enemy changed. I proved it to you, didn't I? And when you're right with God, your attitude toward your enemy will change as well. Did David have reason to grieve? Yes. You could say, yes, Jonathan was dead. He had reason to grieve. But he grieved for Saul and for Jonathan.